Welcome back. Right, today we're doing frames and packers so we can fit our new deck beams.
So I take it number one is forward, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to start with number 4.
You've got a lot of decent wood down there now, which is a bonus.
You're looking at my hardwood.
Okay, I brought a hammer and everything.
Wow.
But I don't need it.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. That's it. There. This one.
I think the whole thing needs to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Keep going. Steady. A bit more. Okay, one more. Another one.
Another one.
Yeah, you can keep going a bit. Okay, go on. Yeah, another one. That'll have to do.
Right, let's go and screw those up.
Getting good at this.
Now, if this was a council job, they'd go on the brew now, wouldn't they?
This is a council job.
But it's a good job. I've already got my brew ready.
Go on, no point me cleaning them up until you've squeezed the ooze. So the next job is packers, and when we done this on the anchor locker, we worked from the top, and then when I got underneath, they really bugged me because we just put them in sort of square blocks. So you can sort of see the ones we've done here. That's annoying me because I want them sitting level with the beam shelf. So when we put these ones in now, I want the packers sitting level with the bottom of the beam shelf, so it all looks like one big massive chunky bit. Otherwise that will look atrocious. So we've got,
even though, well, we don't quite know how the finished boat is going to look, we've got a feeling there's going to be some sort of lining against there. But yeah.
But when I was on the Medusa,
yeah,
because I reference everything, Allens are all lovely and straight.
They look right.
And
ours look
They look wonky as anything. Now, you're never going to notice the ones that we've done in the anchor locker because you're never really going to be sitting in there, are you?
No.
Unless you're being like bad behaviour.
Yeah.
So these ones we're going to put a bit more time into them, and they're going to look right from the top and from the bottom.
Yeah.
So before we get all the packers down each one, I need to clean off the glue at the back of the beam shelf. So, perfect job for the finger sander. You broke it.
It's not usually my tool, so I don't know how they go.
You've got to hold it the right way, otherwise the belt keeps coming off.
Okay.
Do you want me to do it?
What I'll do is do that. Here you go.
I think what I need to remember to do is when we do gym or beam shelf, is actually just run my hand behind it and smooth off the oozage from the back. Because this is going to be a nightmare now, because obviously it's oozed out, it's dried, so that will interfere getting stuff down, but it's not the easiest place to access. I reckon a file might work better. Give that one a go. What did you do to your chisel?
Well, if I bent it, then I can get it down. Does that make sense? It gets more of a bite in there. So, I don't know if you had a load of pounding a minute ago. Everything was flying off the bench. Take some bending chisels, apparently. So yeah, there you go. And that works.
Right, leave this with us for a minute and we'll come back when we've finished.
Right, so now we need to put the window ones in. So some frames down there, there's some frames that go here. So let's get them done. So the way we're going to do it, I'm going to make sure that there is parallel with that frame down there. So put this all line. This is the other one. So I'm going to hold that there with my foot. My safety trainer. It's going to go lower. This side. So that's going to go there, like that. Technically. We'll check that's running parallel with that, so our frames work. So yeah, just like that. And we've got another one. So what we're doing now is check it's running parallel with the window. So if I go downstairs, I'll go down, make sure it's level with the window. You drop a clamp on it, and maybe we'll get a little screw through the top, because all this is being cut off anyway up here, so we'll get a little screw through the top just to hold position.
Should I go downstairs and you can just screw it in?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Beautiful.
Easy as that. Obviously they're just temporary fixed in with a screw. They will be copper nailed and stuff like that.
Just got the one more now, forward.
One more, which goes here. Done. So I had an idea how to get because obviously each packer that we need to cut may have a different angle on or whatever. So I thought if I get a piece of wood, put it up there, I can draw a line of the beam shelf, and then we know that's the angle our packer needs cutting at to make sure it's sitting flush at the bottom. So let's measure up for all the packers.
Yeah, 135. This is a genius idea of yours, Gemma. Huh?
I know. Of course I know.
It was getting quite late in the year, I was getting a bit worried.
Down a bit. Up a bit.
You control it. Still can't see anything. $138.
Right, so we've now got our big bit of larch. that we're using. So it's a case now of you're going to cut them up about 290 high, just roughing them out.
Yes.
Then we're going to cut the widths on them, and then we've got the angle that each one needs then cutting at to make it level with the beam shelf. So
I think we make 1 or 2 of them first.
And try my best.
And then we see how the technique goes, yeah.
Okay, come on then. Let's get 2 cut. By any chance are all angles the same?
So we're going to set for number 1. And then, yeah, I think Gemma's going to regret this, saying that it annoyed her, because this is going to annoy her. So then number 2.
That's the same. Ah.
We're close. We're starting to creep now. Starting to creep. Oh, we're getting miles off her now. See, you wouldn't think this, would you? Because, like, just the shape of a boat, they're just so sort of, everything is different no matter where you go. I'm sure if you go left or port to starboard, this would be different as well. So, there's our first angle. Or do we just, should we cut it at 300 then? Should we cut these at 300? We don't want to waste material, do you know what I mean? Let's get the first 2 or 3 done. We'll cut them at 300 and then, because it's all these angles, because this here is a pain in the arse to change the angle on that.
Okay. Oh yes, that worked a treat. So now that's level with the beam shelf, unlike that one, which like, hey, it works, aye?
Did it?
Yeah.
Cool.
So all the packers are now made, primed, paint's just drying. Now all week, obviously I look at the weather forecast, all week today has been the best day, nice and sunny and no wind, and all of a sudden it's just changed like that. And I've just looked at the weather forecast, and in 20 minutes we are due a lot of rain. So we can't continue putting these in if the heavens are going to open, because there's a lot of work to go on here. You've got to put the packers in, then you've got to nail them, fix them, then we've got to cut the height of them. So it's at the point now where we're panicking, trying to get the deck closed back up before this rain comes in, because I can see it coming in down there and also down there. So it wasn't meant to be rainy today, and just as the sheet goes down, the rain started. There you go, spot the hole. So the weather's a lot better today, so we can get all these packers done. So the job is, we're going to put the packers in. I'm going to line them up at the bottom.
I'm dropping nails up.
Simon's throwing expensive nails overboard by accident.
No, I'm not.
So we're going to nail the packers in. We're not going to rove them because we've been talking about how we fix these, and we've been looking at the Medusas and how that's done. So we're just nailing the packers in from the outside. It's not going all the way through, it's just to hold it in position. So we're going to get all the packers in, and then we're going to copper nail and rove all of the frames, so then everything is all tied in.
So uncomfortable. You managed the altitude of that one?
Yeah. Okay.
It was falling, so we get a good YouTube shot.
It is a nice day to go for a swim.
Yeah. The water doesn't look that inviting. But
No, it looks a bit.
it's typical, isn't it?
Nice snug fit. Oh. Okay. Okay. Number 8.
Let's come down.
No, that's perfect.
Are you okay?
That drone, literally, I'm landing, and I'm like, please land. I'm hovering over the wood, please land. I'm pressing down, please land. And it goes, when it goes landing, and it just went poof. We're on a stationary boat, and it won't even land. I do not recommend a DJI Mini Pro 4. It has been nothing but trouble since the day we bought it.
So early this morning we did a few off camera just to get us warmed up, didn't we?
Yeah, and then we realised our mistake that we didn't have to copper nail the...
It wasn't a mistake, we're using far too much copper and we're putting far too many holes in the beam shelf.
Yeah.
So what we've done then, we've put the packers in. Packers are, I think they're there basically to generate bulk, because that was the finished height of the deck, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So if you come up against a wall, nudged it, you've got a bit of meat there.
And something for the bulwarks to tie into.
There wasn't originally bulwarks, yeah. But what we're going to be doing is attaching to them with our bulwarks to give us some meat to attach to. So that's what they're doing. They're now copper nailed with some like 60mm by 4mm copper nails going straight through the hole into them packers. So what we need to do now is copper nail the hull to the frames.
And the beam shelf.
And the beam shelf, which then ties it all in, and it's all part of itself, isn't it?
Yes.
Exciting. It's not very nice hanging over the edge though. It's very uncomfortable. So yeah, next job now is we're going to put some copper through the beam shelf into these frames here. All the way down the hull. Right, so in the workshop I made myself a clamp to basically go right up and over, because like we've obviously got a lot of elements going on. We've got new planks, new frames, new beam shelves. We need to clamp it all together before we put the nail in. There's no point in putting the nail in if it's all a bit loose. So yeah, made a clamp. So the intention was you can put that on the nail head and then you could like use the rove there. I kind of underestimated how deep all this makeup is. I think when we get to the side of it, like in the engine room, it's a lot lower, but this is very, very high here. It's obviously, it's far too high at the moment because of our deck. So eventually these will be cut down to the level of our deck beam, but we're not going to commit to the height of them just yet until we've got our new deck beams in and then we know exactly where to level it. So we're just leaving them high. So as you can see here at the moment, that's the top of the deck, but it will be on this part of the deck, won't it? So we're far too high. So I'm hoping that we can get it clamped up a little bit. Yeah, it's going there. So let's now pull it in nice and tight. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get rid of this.
Hit it.
But I can't get me punching because the angle of it, so I was trying to like claw hammer it off with the threaded bar that we put on. But
literally just hit it. It'll break the epoxy. Go on.
no, the bolt's still there.
Oh, we'll rotate it round it then. Hit it sideways.
Stupid thing.
You can tell I've been hitting stuff since 1980, can't you? Right, what we're using is our 150mm nail. Big nails for a big job.
So he went?
Yep.
Battery's dying. Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
So we've actually got some of these cutters. They look really small, but they're mighty, trust me. some Nipex cutters. They've got like they're like bolt cutters, but there's sort of the ratio on them. You have to give them like a half cut, slide them on, and then they just go snip. Proper beast for such a small thing, anyway.
Take some knocking in them, don't they?
Yeah, the bigger ones we use they're hard work, especially when you're kneeling in the mud.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Look at that.
We've got more new wood than old wood now.
In this bit. Well.
Yes, apart from these deck beams, they're the only rotten pieces. But as you saw from a previous episode, we've made all the deck beams, which is cool, isn't it? So we're getting there, slowly getting there. So we've still got some sunlight. No rain. Well, the rain's due in a couple of hours, isn't it, Jem?
Yeah, it's always going to rain, no matter how nice it is.
So we thought we'll just progress now further down the boat with the same packers. So just removing all the bits of glue.
Right, the same story then. Let's get the packers processed. So I'll do all the angles while Simon's doing the glue, and we're just going to get these packers made dead quick and hopefully get them fitted today as well.
Right, so it looks like Gemma's trying to play a rubbish game of dominoes.
Does
Do they all have to be in line?
Oh, go on.
Oh no, don't.
Still a bit tacky.
What she has been doing is she's been painting all the packers. We've measured up, cut them, cut the angles. Now she's painted them, and now we've got dominoes. Go on.
Oh, satisfying.
Are they dry? That's
Yeah.
the question.
Yeah, well, ish. They're dry enough to go in. Yeah. We're smashing these packers in today, aren't we? Remember, we haven't done 6 yet. Ah. Oh, I got cramp in my bum. Oh, that hurt, that. Proper little trap nail. Okay.
Oh yeah. I'm actually doing something really dirty at the moment.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm nailing them. I'm not drilling them. They're going in beautiful though.
Nice tight fit.
Yeah, beautiful fit.
Okay, so what we're doing is we're levelling them to the bottom of the beam shelf because we put the angles so they're all sitting nice and level. Okay, number 7 wants to come down a bit. Okay.
Is that yeah?
Yep, beautiful.
Getting close.
10-15 mil. Okay, it's gentle. Another one. One more little Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so now the hole's got a bit lower, we can now use our clamp to its full potential. So I've already knocked the nail through. So now what I've done is put this end here onto the back of the nail, so we can really tighten it up. And now from downstairs, you can get to it, to rove it. So let's go downstairs and have a look. You can now see the nails come through and left a nice little reveal there, so we can now work and get our rove on. So let's see how that goes.
Does that mean I don't need you anymore?
Oh, that could work the other way around.
Oh yeah.
You could stay at home.
Oh, stay at home mum.
Yeah.
I could never be one of them.
So you're not getting my hands now, are you?
Team effort. So you know what you need to do now?
Well, learn how to make cups of tea and stuff.
No, you need to make a giant clamp. So when we're like doing nails like in the mud, you haven't got to be down there. Or it's the only companies that do massive clamps.
But then you need the cranes to get in position, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you probably would. Okay.
That's good. No, what's your opinion of that? It's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think if it was slightly deeper, then you could use it more, but the further down the hole we get, the better.
Yeah.
Right, let's do the next one.
On your own? I'll go and have a cup of tea.
Let's go and do the next one on our own. Come and give me a hand. So the hole's already drilled. So now we'll go down below, get the rove on it. What are you making a brew?
I'm multitasking and cleaning too.
There you go, single-handed roving. So where's my bro?
Can't have it yet. I've made it in the kitchen. We are up to here now. Right, there's
So
the
here and here.
here and here. So there we go, we are past the wheelhouse.
Okay.
And the next job on this side now is actually, we can't do the actual level of everything until the deck beams are on. So what we do is we fit the deck beams, we put the packers in between each deck beam above the wheel, not above the wheelhouse, above the beam shelf, and then we smooth everything down so it's all at the right angle and all level, like we did at the anchor locker at the front. So technically this side now is ready for the beam shelf.
For the deck beam.
So
do you want me to do this, babe?
I'm tired and there's too many beam namey thingies.
Deck beams.
Beam
shelf. What else? Shellfish.
I don't know. It's just too many things.
You just don't know what to do with your shelf, do you?
I don't. So we now need to get the starboard side to the same position before we can fit the deck beams and the packers and the deck. Now this side should be a lot quicker than that side because we've already replaced quite a lot of the planks. We've done every frame there, so where we've had a lot of very tops that we couldn't see on this side, we haven't on that side. So we're going to do this side quite fast because you've already seen the process, and sometimes it can get a bit monotonous watching the same thing over and over, and for us filming doesn't half slow down the day. So I think what we're going to do is do all this as fast as we can. We'll film little snippets, but you're not going to see as much detail because you don't need to. If you want to see how it's done, go back and watch how we did that side. And then if we can work really fast to get the starboard side to the same as the port side, then we can move on to deck beams and deck, which is what we all want to see, isn't it? And we want to get this boat as watertight as we can before the winter comes. Are you nodding? Are you all agreeing with me? Or were you just like being a crap cameraman?
Is that nodding?
Yeah, okay. So that is the plan.
No, that's a no in it. It's quite hard to do that with these GoPros because they've got the stabilisation on them, so they want to like, I'm wobbling it now. They're quite good, better than drones.
So,
What's
how
the crack?
So how many packers have we done there today? Hold on.
All
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23?
She did slow down when she got to 20.
I got confused, come on.
I think that was because she was counting. I
ran out of fingers and toes.
Yeah, we did good there. It's quite a quick process really.
Obviously it looks very messy and very...
It doesn't, it's fine. Everyone knows all this needs levelling, but we basically got to level it to the deck beam. At the moment they're all far too high, which is good.
Right, but you know what we do need to do? The packers that we're going to need to go between each deck beam on top of the beam shelf, we need to order some material for that.
Yeah, because we're going to use large for that as well, because forward we used oak, didn't we?
Doesn't need it.
Doesn't need it, and oak costs a fortune.
So,
and this cuts easier, we are playing it easier.
Well, if we don't plane it, it'll cut it, because if we get it done and it's still cheaper than buying oak.
No, to get the angle of it.
Oh yeah, on the top of
towards the machine.
So we're going to get on the phone now to the large cladding company and give them some measurements to get some more, so when the time comes when we do need it, we have got it.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, quite a good achievement in that episode, really, wasn't it? Yeah. Brilliant, right?
All good.
We're going to have a good tidy up.
Yeah.
And
got a storm coming tomorrow, probably.
Yeah. The Alexa's just popped up there with severe weather warnings tomorrow.
Is it a yellow one or red?
I don't know. It's just always raining. We've been lucky today.
Yeah.
So yeah, back next time when we can open the deck up. But while it's rainy tomorrow, we need to go to the workshop and mill loads of planks.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
For that side and the beam shelf as well. So we're going to crack on it. Yeah. Even when the weather is rubbish and when you don't see, we are always doing something for the boat.
Yep.
So thank you all so much for watching.
Yep, cheers guys.
Thank you all for your support, because without you guys we just couldn't do it. So don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
If you want to support the project and get early access to our videos, you can join us on Patreon, Coffee members, and now YouTube members, and you can get next week's video already. Thank you so much for your support. See you next week.